And now let's talk in a little more detail about multifamily. It's kind of a unique scenario on its own. Everything that we talked about so far still applies, but nonetheless, there's things that we have to keep in consideration specifically for multifamily. So for air sealing in multifamily buildings must meet all air sealing requirements for single family buildings as previously described, just like I said. Each dwelling unit must be air sealed to stop air movement from one unit to the other. As far as access to outdoors, elevator penthouse, mechanical penthouse, stairwell doors, roof access hatches, and plumbing stacks are all sealed to reduce air transfer from attached spaces. Garbage chutes and elevator shafts. Vertical chases for garbage chutes, elevator shafts, HVAC ducting, and any other penetration must be sealed to the floor and sealing of each unit to stop air movement through it and to surrounding spaces. In common hallways, penetration between dwelling units and common hallways are sealed, including doors to dwelling units, which shall be gasketed or made substantially airtight. And those were the unique scenarios specifically to multifamily. And now let's move on to the forms. So let's talk about, I mentioned the forms that you will be using to verify the quality insulation installation verification. Now the QII forms are used at different stages of the actual insulation installation, because when it comes to insulation installation, you have the air sealing piece and then you have the insulation piece. So the forms are divided in such a way we're going to be verifying the air sealing first and then the insulation later. So the first form you're going to be using is the CF3R EMV21. This is to verify the air infiltration sealing at framing stage for BAT, loose fill, and SPF. You then have the CF3R EMV22, which is the air infiltration sealing specifically for the ceiling and the roof deck. And then you have the CF3R EMV23, which is the insulation stage verification. And this is basically going to be the portion of the verification when you're actually verifying the insulation going into the walls, the attic, whatever it may be. Please keep in mind that these forms you're not actually filling out. If you look at the actual forms, and once we actually start practicing with them, and you can also see the training videos and how the forms are filled out through the registry, these are merely checklists. So you're literally just verifying that everything on these lists are being installed to standard in the home that you're inspecting. You're not actually collecting data except for a couple of items that we talked about earlier, like for example the number of rulers in the attic and so forth. But the majority of these forms are nothing but a checklist of items that you have to verify.
And the last form that we have is the CF3R ENV24, which is again for air infiltration sealing, but this one is specific to the framing stage for SIP and ICF type construction.
And if you have any questions, please give us a call, shoot us an email, or please contact us through the messaging system in the LMS.